Welcome back to Weber Cup 13 here at the Barnsley Metrodome. Solid start from Barnes, but unfortunately for him can't build on that turkey, those 3 strikes in a row to open the game. Bowling at a much slower speed than Palermaa, and it's taking an age to get up there to the pocket, and unfortunately, Cass, if you've seen the ball is wrong, it's a horrible wait to see what you're going to end up with.
He was hoping that this ball would go on just a little bit quicker, just hold the line and stay pocket, but it didn't. The low speed, it's just turned up through the headpin. Obviously 3 in the 6-pin standing, which should be a straightforward spare, but this is slightly disturbing for Chris because it's the 3rd strike in a row, 3rd spare in a row, should I say.
But for me, Cass, that underlines the pressure that these guys are under at the moment on the show late, because if this was a regular tournament, you'd hear Chris Barnes shout something like push on that delivery to get the ball up there. He was completely silent.
Yeah, you're quite right. We've seen it before with Chris. He is quite vocal on the lane when he's playing well. He looks kind of reserved, I must admit. And the man that's flying at the moment is the European captain, Osku Palermaa, who started with 2 strikes, had the unfortunate open frame, but is back with another 2. And the opportunity here to make another one, to go 3 in a row and take the lead.
As I said at the top of the match, Barnes owns Palermaa on this lane, and Osku Palermaa with a golden opportunity here to change things in Weber Cup 13.
5 strikes out of 6 shots for Palermaa. Great looking shot, 3 strikes in a row now, and he's obviously wants to go all the way. Why not? 262 is his maximum.
So Turkey, 3 strikes in a row for Palermaa. Barnes with plenty to think about here, and there's a definite move from Barnes, and has a bit more coast to coast from him. Not quite as dramatic as that, but it's certainly a move to the left.
Yeah, went way left on the approach with his feet, opened up the lane, got some more angle, and the pace was right. He's not the fastest bowler in the world, but the pace was just right, held pocket and carried all 10. So he's back in there. 6 pins difference at the moment if they keep striking in favour of the European captain.
Now, good chance here to look at the delivery style of Palermaa. Doesn't put all the fingers and thumb in the ball like the other bowlers do. Relies on that other hand to create the spin, and once again he's got the messenger across, and that was a real headbutt to take the 10-pin out.
That sounds a bit technical to me, Simon, a headbutt. But yes, I mean, it's just sheer unbridled power. You can see the rotation that he puts on the ball with his 2 hands. No thumb in the ball. And you can just see it's going. It's slightly light in the pocket. That brings the head pin across, takes the 10-pin away. It looks fantastic in slow motion.
Take that, says the head pin.
Pressure time very much now on Chris Barnes. He's managed to get that strike he wanted in frame number 7, but we're all ready to frame 8, and he really has to double to stay in this.
And double he does, and my goodness me, that was convincing. And finally, some vocality from Chris Barnes.
Yes, a very determined look there as that ball went in the pocket. It has carried 10 for 2 strikes in a row. And he'll very much be looking to go strikes in 9 and all the way through the 10th for a big clutch finish. There's the potential to go 6 strikes in a row, but he's got to do that and keep pressure on this man. But nothing seems to faze Osku. He's had the open frame, he's put it behind him, and he's come back with 4 strikes in a row. Can he go for a 5th?
Oh, not quite. No, you saw that one cut up to the head pin, and you knew it wasn't going to quite get the reaction. And the way the ball went through, there were no messengers to help him out.
It's made a big difference to the scores as well. As you can see, it's high through the head pin, didn't break up. Leaves a single 4-pin, which will be a straightforward spare. But the American's got his nose back in front after making that double.
Cass, you and your straightforward spares. Let's go careful. We've jinxed Osku already in this tournament.
These single pins are straightforward spares for the top professionals in the world. Just go hard and straight. Although Oscar looks as though he's going to hook this one. He's covered it nicely.
Never in doubt, never in doubt.
Well, I didn't have any doubt, but we have seen Osku miss the odd single pin over the years, normally a corner pin, but that one's safe. But there you can see there is a difference. There's 15 pins difference in it in favour of the Americans.
Business end of this game. And Chris Barnes looking to scalp the Team Europe captain Osku Palermaa once again. This is a big shot for Barnes. Certainly looks a lot more comfortable on the last strike. And he's definitely going left, staying left. And that's very nice indeed. I didn't think that was coming back, I'll have to be honest.
Simon, I don't think Chris Barnes thought that was coming back, and I certainly didn't. See how far left he's starting on the approach there and on the lane. He's playing fourth arrow. He's pushing it right out to beyond second arrow. This is not in the pocket, but look at that. Hit him thin, make him spin. 3 strikes in a row and retain the lead in the foundation frame. That's how important it is to Chris Barnes.
It makes me laugh, Chris Barnes. It's almost like he resists that crankers line sometimes, but you know, he can throw it with the best of them still.
Well, the thing is, what he's doing is he's steering clear of Osku Palerma's line. Great looking shot from Osku there. Sets that up in the 9th frame.
Team Europe captain then, still in business.
Well, the difference is 15 pins. They're both working on a strike and they're both going into the 10th frame. If Chris Barnes can keep the ball on the lane, in play, he should win.
Barnes then just using the rag to make sure he gets any residue, any oil off the ball. Needs a nice clean start with each delivery. He's got a shot there of the holes that are drilled into the ball to suit the hand and finger pattern of each bowler. It's a personalised pattern of holes there, and then within those holes, all sorts of things are put, aren't they, Cass?
Yeah, reverse pitches, away pitches, ovals, and yeah, drilled for comfort. It has to be great and perfect. Just like this, a shot, and that's the one. That's likely to be the winner. Great looking shot from Chris Barnes. 4 strikes in a row, and he's just checking the score sheet. Watch this shot. Plays it round the 20th board, right in the middle of the lane, gets it out wide, comes back, and that's a much better shot, carries all 10 pins.
Well, that ball covered most of Barnsley, I can tell you, and still found its way beautifully into the pocket. That was a sweet delivery from the US captain.
Yeah, very much brought his A game to this match. And the clever thing is he has steered clear of Osku Palerma's line, which is chewing up the lane, shall we say. He's actually gone round the line and he's got reaction in the back end, and that is the match winner.
Brilliant, absolutely brilliant from Barnes. He was certainly put to the test, and he had a very shaky time when he put those 3 spares together during the mid part of this match. But he made the right decisions, he recovered well, and as is so often the case with classy players like Chris Barnes, the decision was correct, and it's produced a very good score. So Barnes then to finish off. And once again, this sporting Barnsley crowd, the majority of which are Team Europe fans, are right behind the captain, and I can tell you that's an experiment ball. That's all about seeing where that one would go. Oh dear, and the reverse moose back to Mika Koivuniemi in the crowd, and his roommate over on the PBA Tour luckily saw the funny side of that one. There's Mika. I'm sure he will take his revenge at some stage during this competition.
They are great buddies. They room together on the PBA Tour. I think they're related somehow or the other. Unfortunately, the European captain's got to step up, shoot his 10th frame. Can't do anything about it. He's lost the game. And he didn't strike anyway, so he's just going to go through the 200 barrier. But Chris Barnes, 252. Almost a perfect game.
Yeah, frustrating time here for Osku, and he'll be dreading coming up against Barnes in future fixtures. It really is luck of the draw, but these two now have met 3 times in the last 2 years, and Barnes winning each time. So the spare taken out, which gives Osku essentially another practice ball, and he'll take that. Don't get a lot of time on this show lane, the players. Yeah, 2 right. Moves to 2 from the American captain. And Team Europe's captain, Osku Palermaa, finishes game up. And once again, Barnes is the winner. Palermaa didn't do a tremendous amount wrong there, but he fell victim to a really clever decision by Chris Barnes. When he needed it, he came up with the goods to shoot 252 and earn another point for Team USA. So after 3 games, it's Team USA that have come up with the 2 points to Europe's 1. And a very good win from the Team USA captain, Chris Barnes. He's with Tony Wrighton.
Now, your teammate, Mike Fagan, has been tweeting in the last 24 hours. He said, looking forward to beating down some Euros. Wow, fighting talk, but so far you're doing it.
Well, we're doing all right. Our plan is to pretty much treat their team like the Euro itself and just watch it drop.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, boo or clap, whatever you think appropriate for Chris Barnes. There you go, fighting talk from the Americans. What a start to this year's Weber Cup. And 2 of the young guns of this tournament coming next.